In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to get a ton of content ideas in 20 minutes or less. So if you've ever opened Instagram and just stared at your phone thinking, I don't know what to post, I've already said everything, I don't want to repeat myself, or I just don't have anything valuable to share, this video is for you. Because here's the truth, running out of content ideas does not mean that you don't know what you are doing. Running out of content means that you don't have any content systems in place to help you. Content is not about being creative every day, and it's not about sitting around waiting to feel motivated. Content is about observation, organization, and a pattern recognition. The reason you think other creators just know what to post all the time is because they've stopped relying on memory and they started relying on systems. And today I'm going to show you the exact systems that I use so that I never start from zero. I'm not guessing what to post, I'm not scrolling aimlessly, and I'm not hoping inspiration hits. I literally pull it from my organization content calendar. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to build your own as well. So the first strategy that I'm going to share is to collect your ideas from your audience. And the mindset shift that you need to have for this is content is not something that you create. Content is something you collect. Every day, your audience is asking questions, expressing confusion, reacting emotionally to your content, and showing you what matters to them. And the thing is, most creators ignore that. They scroll, they engage back, but they don't actually use what is being given to them. And then later they sit down and they go, I don't know what to post. And that's because you weren't collecting the data when the ideas were happening. So what I always do is I get inspiration and take notes from the questions in my DMs, the comments on my posts. Let's say someone messages you saying, I'm struggling to show up consistently. Well, that is content right there. And that one sentence can be turned into a reel, a carousel, a storytelling caption, a newsletter, or a YouTube topic. So because inside that sentence is fear, inconsistency, identity problems, fear of judgment, lack of structure, each of those is a post that you can speak about. So I also want to show you specifically what this looks like, because you might be like, well, I don't get asked any questions, or no one sends me DMs. And you don't only need to get asked questions if you are paying attention to the other things that they are commenting. So for instance, this here was on my Instagram growth tips post, and she commented, I'm low-key excited to start a new series just to use the new linking feature. And maybe I'll even repurpose an old post. That is 3 pieces of content right there from her comment that you can now use. So if you aren't getting the comments yet because maybe you are a smaller new account, I recommend going and looking at your industry leaders' accounts and see what comments and questions they are getting asked on their posts. So if you actually look for ideas, you will find them everywhere you go on social media. So the second strategy and tip that I have for you is something that I always do, and that's looking at my Instagram Explore feed. And a hot tip that I have for you is to keep your algorithm clean. So what I mean by this is I will never use my personal account for content ideas. And instead, I will do that exclusively on another account that I have created, where I specifically will only interact, watch, and engage with content that I would want to create for myself. So that ensures that my Explore feed and all of the other ideas that are coming through are related to my niche. Now, for some reason, if you're watching this video and you don't even have a business yet, but you're just interested in some content tips, well, that's a content tip for you. Create a separate Instagram account to engage with your competitors, to engage with content that you specifically want to create. And that way you can leave your personal Instagram for yourself, because as humans, we naturally have different interests and we want to see different types of content, things that we are interested in. And so by having that separate Instagram account, you're able to have a really niche down algorithm to work with. Now, luckily, I have a very specific algorithm for content and Instagram strategies. So I will go into my other accounts and look at the content ideas because they are hitting the Explore page for a reason. The hooks and the content, they must be good. So what I will do is I will save the ones that I like. I will copy the link, and the ones that I'm interested in recreating, I will then open up my Notions app and I'll simply put my content ideas in my Notion dashboard that I created, where I plan out all my content for the week. So use whatever platform that you prefer to use to help you stay organized. I prefer Notion because I have been using it for a bit, and the templates and the organization on there are amazing, and it's something that I prefer to use. Now, my third strategy is using AI. And since we're already talking about Notion, I'm going to start there. This platform also helps you come up with content ideas for you. And if you look at the bottom right, you're going to see a button for Notion AI. And what's beautiful about about Notion AI is it's very similar to ChatGPT, which takes all the information from the internet to help you solve your biggest problems. But Notion AI also collects all the information that you have ever put into Notion. So this could be the content ideas that you've had in the past, any scripts that you've written, projects, SOPs that you've put in, every single thing that you can think of that you put into Notion, Notion AI will have access to. And so it's really helpful when it comes to creating content, and that's as close as possible to your brand voice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Notion AI to help me come up with content ideas for my business. But specifically, I'm going to ask Notion to apply the framework that I usually teach my clients, which is following content based on the customer journey funnel. Now, if you're not familiar with the customer journey funnel, it is basically all the stages of awareness that someone has to go through to become a follower to someone that would purchase your product or service. And this is the framework that I teach in my mastermind and my mentorship clients. So I'm going to walk you through it. But before I do that, this is the prompt that I'm going to give Notion AI. Can you give me hook ideas based on my content pillars and organize them by the customer journey awareness funnel? Now, let me show you what Notion AI came up with for my customer journey framework, and I'll walk you through what it is as well. So the first step of the funnel is growth and unawareness content. This is when someone doesn't even know about you or what you do. So your job in your content to show them that they have a problem that they need solved. And a lot of the times I think about content as a foundation, right? So it's a foundational for my social media business, for someone who's not aware that I even exist. So I would create foundational content teaching people about why they need to learn social media strategies. If they want to get their business noticed, if they want to grow their account, or if they want to sell their offers. Some ideas that Notion AI gave me is, if post and pray is your current strategy, this is for you. The algorithm isn't your problem, this is. If Instagram vanished tomorrow, would your business survive? You're posting daily, but your Stripe account looks quiet, doesn't it? So the next part of the funnel is the nurturing awareness content. And this is where you start presenting solution-based content with quick wins and things that they can implement. So it's also where you build trust with your audience. And these are some of the content ideas. You don't have to have a content problem, you have a conversion problem. Likes are high, inquiries are low. Here's the gap in your content. If your DMs aren't filling with how can I work with you, your content is missing this one piece. Your content is getting views, but your offers are still invisible. And the next stage is the consideration. This is when people are deciding between you and another brand or a coach, and if your offer is a right fit for them. So these are some of the content ideas that it gave me. So steal this 3-part content formula to turn views into sales calls. 1 shift to make every post sell without sounding salesy. Turn your next post into a client magnet by adding this line at the end, and how to plan a week of content that brings in leads on autopilot. And the last is the sales content. And this is where they are ready to buy as soon as you mention your offer. If you want your content to start paying your bills, not just your ego, read this. You don't need more followers, you need a strategy. And that is what we'll build together. If you're ready for content that actually books clients, this is your sign. My clients don't post more, they post smarter. And here's how we work together to do that. You also want to think about how you're going to get someone to purchase that product or service. And this is a really helpful framework to put your audience through this exact funnel. So you should be posting this weekly. Now, if you don't use Notion, let's talk about ChatGPT and a prompt to give you 100 different content ideas to use. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to start a fresh page on ChatGPT or whatever platform that you prefer to use. And I want you to put in this prompt: ChatGPT, you are now my business and content strategy partner. Here's who I am, what I offer, and who I serve. My long-term goal is, and insert your goal, to become a full-time content creator and quit my job. Ask me any questions that will help you to get to know me and my business more. And then I want you to describe your niche, your business model, tone, monetization ideas, other creator accounts you aspire to be like, and your overall big goals. And the reason why this is so powerful is ChatGPT customizes every single answer moving forward to align with your goals and the information you've given it. So it's important to deep dive and get really clear on who you want to be known for online, your goals as a creator, and where you envision yourself going. So take your time on deciding this while filling out your personal personal goals. For instance, it could be hitting 10K followers or hitting 100K in your business this year. So if your main goal is to grow on social media, also hit the link here for my video on ChatGPT prompts to hit 1 million followers. And I'll also link it at the end of the video for you. Okay, now once it has all your information about you, you are then going to plug in this very specific prompt, because the more accurate information you give it, the better results will be. So here is the prompt that we are going to be using. I'm a content creator, add in your niche that helps fill in your audience on how to achieve insert their goal. So they can add in results. My personal goal is to grow quickly on insert the platform. Can you help me come up with viral blank ideas about the following topic? So 25 viral video ideas about add your content pillar, 25 viral videos about content pillar 2 and pillar 3 and 4 and however many you have. So it is really important to do the first step that I just walked you through before this, so that it can get more clear on your business goals and your audience, and ChatGPT can get to know your audience more before giving you the content ideas. It's also important you know what your pillars are, and these are the subtopics to your main topic that you usually teach about on your platform. So work on that first with ChatGPT if you don't have them yet, and then once your strategy is clear, then put this prompt in for your content ideas. Then once you have all your ideas, add them to the platform where you keep your content organized. Now for this prompt, these are viral videos, which are growth content ideas if your goal is to grow. If it's to bring in your audience through the customer journey funnel that I walked you through, then adjust this prompt and add that in, and it will categorize your content for you. Now, I hope this video has helped you stay consistent and hit your creator goals. Now make sure to give this video a like and a follow, and if you could also leave a comment to let me know if you found it useful. If you feel like hanging around, check out the video here for more ChatGPT prompts that will help you hit your business goals and hit 1 million followers. So go check it out, and I'll catch you on the next video.